good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. Say good morning in the chat. Say good morning in the chat because I like it. I like it when I see, to be honest with you, Fran, she also told me she likes it when people say good morning to her in the chat because she likes when I text her and she texts me at 5 o'clock in the morning. So she really enjoys that. In case you're wondering, she's not a morning person and she really hates it. She hates it, but she's doing it. So hats off to her. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ramen. Good morning to you, Latrice and Barbara out there just driving, going to St. Augustine. Say good morning in the chat. Say good morning. What up, Paul? Jasmine. Jasmine, welcome. Yeah, I texted some of you because I haven't seen you in a while. So I was just like, where have some of you been? What's up, Michelle? Good morning to you, Rosario. Good morning to you. Amanda. What up, Amanda? Amanda sent me a nice text message. She took some ownership on some stuff and she fought through. I can't wait. Amanda's gonna be one of our guests on 2026. An amazing speaker. I'm excited that I got to meet her in Florida. So good morning, John Hart. What up, brother? Good morning to you. Karen, Mildred, Jerry, Jarek in the Philippines. Good morning to you, Wendy. Couple Jennifers. Cody, what up, brother? Good morning to you. So, this sun is a little bright here today. Chilly, but bright. Chilly, but bright. Jackie, good morning to you. All right, all. If you're able to take notes today, I'm telling you to take notes. Okay. What I'm about to tell you, and I'm hoping my internet's okay. I do have my phone as a backup in case something goes wrong. The Boy Scout motto, be prepared. I am prepared. But I'm going to give you 4 D's today based off of emotion. And then I'm going to give you 4 questions today. I'm going to relate it to my personal life and how these things have helped me transform the person I am. I believe that if you do these things and you work on these things, you too can change your life, whatever it is that you want to become, whether it's more spiritual, more financially independent. You want to live a life of some freedom, that you want to go on trips. You want to do different things. You want to take care of your kids. You want to build a legacy. These things today will help you. If I'm speaking to you just to understand, I want you to put me in the chat if that's you, so that way I know who I'm talking to today. So put me in the chat if that is you. Put me in the chat if that is you. While Grace puts up her affirmation, and I have a little sip of coffee, my little first sip of the day, Fran. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, while we're doing this, I want you to come off of mute all, and we're going to say it together before we get into today's message. And this will also give those that are trying to figure out where their piece of paper and pen is, or their pencil, it'll give them a chance too. So come off of mute, come off of mute, come off of mute. And I'm going to look who's not on mute. Who's over there? Fireflies, get out going there. Fireflies, note taker. Paul and Jasmine, John Hart and Jarek and Cody and Rosario, Jennifer, Steve B. You're going to be like, well, Brock, there's something else going on. We'll figure it out. Because on the count of 3, we're all going to say it together. Right, Ronnie? On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Something
good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen through me.
I love it. I love it. Now, if you are in a chaotic spot, make sure you do hit mute again, because we do hear some crazy things. We do hear some. I've gotten really good at the distractions. I think that's my school teacher coming at me. They'll be, Coach Z, did you just see that fight going on over there? I did, but there's nothing we can do about it. So let's continue on with class, please. Yeah, I taught at some crazy schools. So it was a little different world, but it's helped me in my, where I guess what I do today. We don't have any fights break out over here, but we get some crazy things, Monica, on the Zoom. We get some crazy things that I see and hear. All right, all. So for those of you who are just coming in, okay, I'm going to talk about 4 Ds based off of emotion. And then I'm going to leave you with 4 questions that I want you to ponder over the next course of these next 15 days getting into 2026. Okay. These concepts and these questions will help you if you decide to write this word down, action. 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 I want you to write this word down, action. Now, for those of you who write down affirmations, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat for those of you who write affirmations. Put a 1 in the chat for those of you who write affirmations. And also, if you feel something today that struck you, feel free to write it in the comments. Rosario just triggered me when she said, when she wrote action. Like if you hear a word, you see something, it will also resonate with somebody else. If I say something to you and you're like, oh gosh, I really wish I had his notes, you can, if you go to our Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivational Facebook group page, as well as you can watch this whole recording and the transcript on my YouTube page, that you can go to this. So we're creating, or we want to make sure that we share with you our resources that we have. So are we ready? We all ready. We all ready. I know Ronnie's ready. Paul's ready. David, what up, brother? Congratulations, you on your real estate journey. Hats off to you, brother. All right. Number 1, the first thing, Jill, on what changes in the emotion of what you need. This happens to you. Okay, I'm going to share with you actually before I even give you the word. I'm going to tell you 2 stories. The first story that transformed to me was about 9.5 years ago. I was in a hotel in Virginia, one of those 29.95 ones. You know which hotel I'm talking about on the interstate? You go and you're like, who would ever stay at one of those? It was probably around January. No, I think it was around this time. It was a month from now. And it was probably, actually, now I think about it, 10 years ago in this January. I was at one of those hotels. There wasn't a heater. Well, there was a heater, but it was on the floor. You had to turn it on. It was like from 1960. And I went into the room with a bottle of vodka. I just drove 3 hours because I figured that driving nobody would know what I was doing or where I was. So that's where I would able to drink. And I fell to the ground. I hit my head on the heater. And I kind of was just like kind of passed out in limbo. I knew what I was doing. Got wonderful dogs. This is what happens around here. I see, they said, can I handle distractions? I guess I can handle distractions with people, but not dogs. They do get me a little crazy. So I have the bottle of vodka. I barely can open up my eyes. I hit my head, and I won't use the profanity word, but I remember saying to myself, what the what am I doing with myself? Like, you don't even know where you are. You're in some random hotel and you're holding on to this bottle of vodka. And that was when I said, I'm disgusted with myself. So that's the first D, is disgusted. You have to get to a point of where you said, I've had it. I'm disgusted with the person I have become. Is this the person that God wants me to be? Whatever it is that you feel in your world that you need to say, like, I'm just disgusted. I've had enough. It was the moment that clarity started to set in to be like, I just don't think this is probably a great way to live. The second time that I said I was disgusted with it, as I share with you my story of my financial endeavors, is the second time I was broke at the McDonald's line. And I tried to order the number 7 meal for Bryce, my son. His Happy Meal was number 7, and I couldn't afford it. It was a hard pill at that point. Every credit card was maxed out. I couldn't get the food. And Bryce cried because, don't get me crying. Bryce cried because I couldn't get the food. At that point, I was disgusted again with myself. There could be different disgusting points in your life that you have, but you have to embrace it. You have to understand there's a purpose for it. There's a reason for it. I just knew I've had enough. I said, I will never be this broke again. I don't care if I don't sleep. I will never let my son cry because I couldn't afford a freaking Valium. And so the first one is disgusted. I had enough. Number two is decisions. Decisions. Some of you don't want to make decisions because it's uncomfortable. Some of us don't want to make a decision to get up early because we know that it's just as painful. I'm not a morning person, so we have reasonings for it. I knew that I had to stop drinking, but I didn't want to make that decision to do it because it would alter my entire life at a capacity I really couldn't embrace at the time period. But I went to many therapists. As you heard my story before, I've been to a therapist drunk many times, thinking that I would have some really, how many of you are like, man, I got loose lips. I'm really good when I'm drinking. I'm smooth, right? As I used to think, I'm like, wow, I'd be really more open up when I drink. I'd be able to express myself. Yeah, that really wasn't a good plan. But I knew I had to make a decision. Some of you today know the decision you're supposed to make, but it's hard. Put a 5 in the chat. If you are one of those people today, I don't care how big or small the decision is, you know the decision, you know what you're supposed to do, but you haven't made the decision yet. You haven't taken the leap. You're scared. You're uncomfortable. It could be something that just really frightens the hell out of you. But how many of you are freaking nervous right now that you know inside the decision you're supposed to make? Today, I'm going to challenge you to look into that decision. Stop winging it. Stop just trying to get by. Stop saying, I'm going to do it next week and procrastinate this decision that you're supposed to make. Yes, it's emotional. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it's not fun. But I got to believe that you already done some things that suck that aren't fun already in your life. And 100% of any decision and any hard problem, anything else that you did, you made it through because you're on here this morning. Yes or yes on that? Right, Latrice? Yes or yes? You tell Barbara. Number three. Where's Fran? Fran and I talked about this morning. And at the time, Fran, I didn't know that this was going to be my message when we talked about it. So I told Fran, one of the things I'm trying to decide for one of my plans for the first quarter is I'm contemplating getting up at 3:50 in the morning. I get up at 4:30 right now, but I'm contemplating 3:50. Now, I told you write down the word action. See, it's very easy for me to all say, I'm going to get up at 3:50 in the morning. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go get them. But at 3:50 in the morning, that alarm clock's going to go. And if I don't have a purpose or a desire of wanting it bad enough, it will last 2 days and I'll fold. So do I have the desire? Do I want it bad enough that this extra 40 minutes are going to do the things that I need to do so I can get ahead of my competition? So number 3 is desire. Do you have the desire to do what you want to do? Do you want it bad enough, Kat? Do you want it bad enough, David? Do you want it bad enough, Kimberly? If you're contemplating and you're thinking that, you know what, I do want it freaking bad, then I want you to write bad in the chat. I want you to really embrace this understanding and be like, you know what, he's talking to me. Am I the only one in here right now? How many of you do you really want it bad enough to make the sacrifice? Now, I didn't say I'm going to get up at 3:50 the entire 2026 because there's just certain things I'm like, I don't want it that bad. But I want it bad enough that first quarter, because I know that if you have a strong first quarter, it's very hard for your competition to get caught up. It's very hard for teams to come from behind if you are winning already in the first quarter. There's certain things that I want to do that if I just get myself up, and how I know that it starts to become like one of those goals that I probably should do, the decision I need to make, is when people start thinking you're crazy. You're a lunatic, man. Why the hell are you getting up at 350? I mean, 430 is enough. Now 350? Seriously, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to pull? What is it that you want? That's when I know I'm like, okay, I'm onto something here. I don't like it, but I'm starting to separate myself. I'm starting to do something. So when I get to the end of the first quarter and I get to the second quarter and people see certain things, they make, oh, look how lucky he is. What a lucky guy he's got. Nobody knows what I did in private. So number four, because so let me go back to my notes. We have, you're disgusted with yourself. You've had it. Number two is you're willing to embrace the decision, a hard decision that you all know is supposed to make, because a lot of you put it on here. Number three is you're starting to build the desire. Your desire is going to be different than other people, but you're starting to get the desire. And number four is the hardest. Let me take a sip of coffee on this one. Number four is the hardest because you have to believe in yourself. No. Wonderful dogs again. You have to, number four is declare. You have to declare that I am going to do this. I am going to become a badass. I am going to tell other people, just like it is for your New Year's resolution. I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but a New Year's resolution only exists, like Chad said, you can reset at any given point. But if you don't tell other people your reset, if you don't tell other people your resolution, it means, Jack, you know what? So when I come out and I declare and say, hey, I'm getting up at 350, I haven't declared it at all. I'm still working through this. I want you all to hold me accountable. Hey, man, you really getting up at 350? What are you doing? Hey, man, I'm just going to bed. Are you up still? Are you getting up? How many of you are my late night owls? But you have to declare saying, I'm all in. I'm all in this. It is a promise to yourself that you are willing to step over and be like, I've had enough of this. I'm now going to go out and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to proclaim, I'm going to declare this right here. If that is you today, I want you to write that. I want you to write in the chat, I will. You don't have to finish it because I don't know what your second word or your third or fourth word is going to be. But I want to speak to somebody today that they're willing today to stop BSing themselves, stop lying to the person in the mirror and say, I will. I declare at some point today, I will tell somebody, I too want to get up early. I too want to go to bed early. I too want to go to the gym. I too want to read 10 pages a day. I too want to be able to become the best version of myself in any capacity, in any way that it is. And I'm willing to make any sacrifice that it needs because my children deserve the best of me. My significant other deserves the best of me. Whatever it might be. Now, to the questions I'm going to make you ponder. And these are simple questions, yet they're very long-winded inside of our minds. Your first question that I have for you, now that we have our 4Ds, is, and this is my paraphrase, why the hell am I going to do it? Why am I going to push myself? Why do I want to get up at 350? Why do I want to grow? Why do I want to do this show again make a commitment to you all next Friday? It's our last podcast of 2025, 257 sessions under the table in the books. Why do I want to do it again in 2026? Why do I want to make a commitment to you all to show up 255 more times? I'm putting it out there that that's what I'm going to do. And you know damn well I'm going to show up. So are you willing to show up? Why is it that you come on here every morning, John Hart? Why is it that you come on here? Why did you come on here, David? Why are you coming on here, Fran? Why did some of you ask me to coach you? Why did some of you pick up the phone and say, I need to talk to you? Why did some of you get up today? Why are some of you trying to find money? Ask yourself that. You're right, John. You have not missed a show since 2025. In all of 2025, you've not missed one. I'm very thankful for your support and the people you brought on. Number 2, the second question. This really gets complicated. I'm going to add one more word. Why not? Why not you? It's funny. I don't know if my Philippines video has gone out or like trickled around again, but I had more people ask me this week about my Philippines trip and the VAs and everything else. But I remember when I was making this decision to go out to the Philippines, I said, well, why not me? Why can't I go out there? I've traveled more this past year than I had in a long time. 2 years ago, it was broke as a joke. No joke. I could not even afford Christmas gifts. God blessed me with somebody that I helped in New York. And the lady, I wasn't licensed in New York. And you know what she gave me? $400 in Amazon gift cards. And she didn't know I was broke. But that's how I got through Christmas that year. I didn't know. God already had that taken care of. But see, I got tired of seeing other people live a lifestyle that I wanted to live. Several people have asked me, man, I like to do what you're doing. And I'll take a phrase from John Maxwell. And I said, well, are you willing to do the things that I did? Because to do what I'm doing, you have to do what I've done. And you have to do it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I got tired of seeing other people doing it. I said, why not, Brock? Why not can I do this and buy that car and live that lifestyle and go on vacation and take my girlfriend in places and do things with her family and do things with my kids and go to Disney and go here and spend time with my family? Why not? Why not have the great credit score and have Rosario help me pay my debt off? Why not me? And now I have a next vision of what I want to do and where I want to live and what that looks like. Why not? Now I want you to specifically ask yourself, because part 2 and part 3 in the questions, when you say, why not have these opportunities? Why not you? Why not you? Why not right now? Which is my 4th question. See, I get so excited. Why not right now? Why not the F right now? Why not right this very the button, just like Chad said yesterday? You're tired of being disgusted. You know the decision you're supposed to make. You have the desire. But remember, the number 4 is you have to declare it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to become all in. Stop postponing the lifestyle you're supposed to live all. Some of you on here are getting fired up internally. I can feel it and I can see it. I get pissed. I get fired up. And it's not to go to my neighbor's house and bust down his door and punch him in the face because I got mad at him or whatever else. I get mad with myself inside saying, Brock, there's a better version of you. Do I make mistakes? Hell yeah. Every day. Where's Robin Nilsson? I say this, Candace. I say, does this decision get you closer to the goal, Brock? If it doesn't get me closer to the goal, then I have to start to think about it a little bit more. I try to come up with some excuses in my head. And then I go back to my first question. Does this get me closer to my goal? Does this get me where I want to be? And it could be for anything. Spending time with my kids. Yesterday was a hard day with Bryce being home, for those that saw. But I kept thinking of Cullen, saying one day I'm going to wish my son to be here and want him near me and want me to, he wants me to hold him. I'll be thinking about that. Jill's got older kids. She's probably reminiscing of that time period, her kids in those moments. And some of you have older kids. It will go in a blink of an eye. I will leave you with this. I asked you all how many of you leave affirmations. One of the formulas that I put in my affirmations is the following. Affirmations without discipline will lead to delusion. Affirmations without discipline will lead to delusion. See, I can write it all down all day. I can have the discipline to do it. I can think about it. But if I don't take the action, nothing happens. So if you take your affirmations and you apply discipline to it, if you take the affirmations and apply the discipline to it, you will change your life and somebody else's. I'm blessed to be able to help other people change their life on this show in some capacity, in some way, whether it's my previous life that I used to live and people trying to grow. You know, Doubting Thomas said that he needed to see it before he could believe it. I'm that person. Got out of a lot of hellholes. And some of you are in there. But if you follow these steps, if I can leave Virginia on the frickin' floor in someplace on a $29 hotel with a bottle of vodka in my hand to be able to come to you here today and travel the world, anybody on here can do it, but you gotta want it really bad. It's not going to be easy. As I say, don't wish for life to be easy. Wish for you to be stronger, because life's going to hit you in the mouth no matter what. So be disgusted with yourself, whatever it might be in whatever area. Have the desire, make a decision, declare it. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why not? And why not me? Why not now? If this struck you, if this is something because somebody's inside of you, your voice is inside of you saying, why am I not going to Nashville to go see this guy? Why am I not going out there with all these other people to transform my life? I've had enough. Don't make money the reason. I promise you, there's more of it out there. I've had my credit cards maxed out than probably some of your kids' ages. And I'm still here today, and I have an abundant of credit now because I paid it off. But see, that's what you got to do. You got to be all in. So if you're all in, if you got something out of today, instead of putting a 5, I'm going to ask you to write an all in the chat that you took something from today, maybe a note, maybe something I said, maybe it was a word, maybe one of the D's, maybe it was one of the questions. I want you to write in all in. Guys, it's 8:46. Time flies when you're having fun. Guys, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. For those of you who are thinking about Nashville, we'll put it in here. For those of you who want to watch the recording, you want my show notes, go to my Facebook page, the Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivational page. Go to my YouTube if you want to watch the video again, take some notes out of it. If I could help you in any way, if you've had enough is enough and you need me in your life to help you, motivate you, get you on the right plan or path, reach out to me, DM me, Jay or Grace, put my information in the chat. For those of you that I can help get to Nashville, you got some challenges, let me know. I'm here to help you in any way. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so very much. We'll be back. tomorrow morning at 8:15 Eastern time with our girl Rebecca will be with us. God bless you all. Till tomorrow. See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a lot of information. Thank you so much.
Amen. All. Amen.
God bless you, Brock.